Okay, y'all, so we are back with season 6, episode 9 of Chasing Atlanta. But first, let me say what had happened was I thought I already reviewed episode 9, and I did my review of episode 10 last night, thinking that I was going to edit everything today as of December 26th. But come to find out, no. I did episodes 6, 7, and 8 last time. So now I'm doing this right here, and it will be up for y'all Wednesday, which I guess is very befitting for y'all because y'all used to seeing Chasing Atlanta on Wednesdays. So this gives y'all something to view in place of Chasing since they're taking a week off for the holidays. So we're going to get on over into, well, this is going to be backwards for y'all. I'm more backwards for me, but forward for y'all because the way I'm editing, y'all going to see this part first, then y'all see episode 10 review, even though I recorded episode 10 last night. So Oliver, Dominique, Willa, 7 meet up at the meat market, honey. Hosted by Troy. Only 4 guys at the meat market, and this is damn pitiful. It's like, who in the hell set up this shit? Now I know we got to go through some vetting and all that stuff, but you telling me in Atlanta, the black gay entrepreneur capital of the nation, y'all only found 4 quality people that wanted to date the folks in question? Like, I can understand if it was some basic, but we got Oliver. We got Willa. Now, I can understand not too many people. No shade. I can understand not too many people lining up for 7. But Oliver, Willa, and Dominique. Like, honey, Dominique exudes sex appeal, honey. I'm surprised y'all only got 4 people with those candidates, but okay, child. And then y'all knew some of them in advance. Like, okay, Atlanta is like, it's cliquish. Everybody knows each other by a degree of separation, but god damn it, that was a little bit too close. It's like some of y'all already known each other and hung out before and shit. Like, what type of tacky shit is this? But okay. Now, Dominique. Puss in Boots, baby. Y'all going to see why I say Puss in Boots when we go into episode 10 review. Why in the world you say you 75% girl? It's 50-50, baby. You 50-50. Like, girl, how is you 75% masculine? I'm trying to think of who would be 75% masculine from like Chasing. I'm trying to think. The only one that I can think of that might have would have got away with saying 75, like if we was talking about Ike, voice of a Ray, for example, I would say, okay, 75-80% masculine with hints of feminine flair, whatnots. He gets the femininity with the color, with the sock line or whatnots, and the wearing the bright suits or whatnots. That's like 75-80% masculine. But Dominique, you wear heels, you wear makeup. You be looking more beautiful than my ass. You wear extensions. You have the purses. You have the crop tops and everything, bitch. Where is we talking about 75% masculine wear? Bitch, that shit's 50-50. And I'm being generous with the 50-50. I want to say more like 60-40. 60 film and 40 butch, honey. But, okay, honey. We still love you regardless with your cute self. Then we get over to Willa was not chosen. So it came time for them to do their decisions or whatnot. I'm trying to think who chose who. 7 chose the lighter skinned guy with the blonde dreads. Then it came time for Willa. Willa got denied. Oliver's turn came up. Oliver asked, did the dark-skinned boy deny Willa for him? And he said no. Okay, so we established you didn't want 7. Because I'm just going to keep it real. If you size 7 up against Willa, honey, Willa got to step up on 7. So you didn't want 7. You didn't want Oliver. You didn't want Willa, so you really came there for Dominique? So then Dominique had the option of going on a double date with both. He chose to stick with the problematic dude instead, honey. He decided to stick with the one with the he's 29, light brown skin, 2 kids, one being 11 years old. Lord Jesus, something about a problematic dog on the trade with some dreads that we end up liking, honey. As long as they known to carry big things, if you know what I mean. I swear that he was looking nice, but honey, that's too much for me, honey. 2 kids, and you're not even 30? And it don't look like you in a high profile. You know, I hate the stereotype, but he don't look like he's high profile or whatnot. He look like maybe he works at Target or whatnot. And that's not because he's wearing my favorite color red. If y'all can't tell, honey, red is my favorite color. But yeah, he gives me, he might be the manager at Target at best. We all got to start from somewhere, but damn. Okay. But he didn't get Dominique. Dominique decided to stay with the darn. Dominique said, "Bitch, I'd rather try to see about being a stepmama over here to the 2 kids." Oliver ended up getting the other dude. Average looking guy, whatnot. We'll see how that goes. I don't think that really is going to go anywhere. And that was pretty much that. Meanwhile, we get Melly makes a cameo appearance on Taka's runway audition, honey. Runway, not run away. It's runway, not run away. It's runway, not run away. Woo! Honey, shout out to the darn on crossover, honey. If y'all don't, well, hell, y'all should know who Melly B is. Melly is from The Circle Atlanta, which was created by Lester Matthews, aka Nunu. Most recently was on Elite Battle ATL alongside Tonka in a competition, the first LGBT Rev Series reality show. Hell, I would even go as far as to say the first dominant LGBT, you know, game series, period, because I can't even think of one that's ever been on TV. So, you know, shout out to Nunu for creating history with that. But yeah, that's where Tonka and Melly first met, was on Elite Battle ATL or whatnot, which is currently appearing at the same time. So Tonka is doing double duty, honey. She's on both of the darn on shows at the same time. So shout out to Miss Tonka. But yeah, we get a brief appearance from Melly. Then we get King Kang and Seven have a silly heart-to-heart conversation. They make up. Jay is not here for King Kang's antics. Then it's some revealing off screen that Kane has been acting two-faced, only talking shit behind the green screens, but is smiling in the face. Not backstabbing, honey. They smile in your face, but plotting your dismay. The backstabbers. King Kang. I hope it ain't true. Then it turns out that the dark-skinned guy that didn't chose Willow used to date Cameron. Y'all know Cameron, the originator, the Nene Leak. Well, I ain't gonna say Nene Leaks because he was the one that was always in the background. We'll say the Sheree Whitfield, honey, of, you know, the Chasing franchise. Once again, everybody done dated somebody. Like, god damn, is that where the conflict of interest come in? I don't think Will and them know each other that Cameron know each other that well. Look, you know, that's worth a conversation within itself. If somebody has dated one of your folks in the past, like, is it still okay to go behind and date? And once again, I ain't talking about like your actual close best friend. I'm talking about like y'all only know each other for like this industry chasing reality shit. Y'all ain't really got no dealings with each other in real life like that. Is it okay to go behind and date somebody that you know has dated your chasing friend if it wasn't serious? Now, as far as like what that Wayne the Pain situation was with Dominique and the other one, now that's trifling, cause they was engaged. Now that's different. But I'm talking about like if you just casually dated the person, like one date or so, y'all wasn't in an actual relationship, y'all might have fucked, but it wasn't nothing like ongoing or serious. Is it okay for your friend to try to shoot their shot if it didn't work out with you? Now, like I said, the exception is if y'all was actually in a committed relationship and it didn't work out, you better not darn gonna touch nobody I've been in a relationship with. Engaged, formerly married to, that's off limits. I even go as far as to say the siblings is off limits too, but to each his own. But y'all give me y'all thoughts on that. I think that's actually worth a conversation, an actual separate video within itself. And then speaking of guest appearances, honey, we done finally talked up Good Coochie Cat Cam along with I Hope He Can Fight. I'm pulling up tonight. I'm gonna whoop your ass. I seen him in all of your mentions. Since when an ugly become your type. Damn. We finally get to see a Ray on our screens as well. We didn't think we was going to see these two back, so it was befitting that we saw them make at least one last cameo appearance for the final season of Whatnots. They are in H-Town because y'all know both Cameron and Ike recently moved to Houston and Whatnots. Ike moved over to Houston over the summer, and then of course Cameron moved at the end of season 5. So that was what 2020, that was summer of 2022, and then Ike just moved the summer of 2023, if my math does me correct, just before his birthday. So that was that. What else do I got in my notes? Oh, I did point out that it was interesting that with Ike, that he made an appearance within his first month of moving to Atlanta, because I know firsthand, because y'all know I follow everybody or Whatnots. Y'all know I'm a huge supporter of Ike or Whatnots. I love his music. He's a huge inspiration or whatnot. So I remember when he moved from Atlanta to Houston, and I was thinking, well, damn, now we seeing the time frame of when everything else was being recorded, and I was like, well, damn, why we never seen Ike? And Ike, if you come across this, you don't have to answer this, and nor anybody else if it's too personal. But I'm just curious, like, why we didn't see no cameo appearances from Ike in any other group scenes if he didn't move until like the end of June. And we know a lot of these scenes were taken before the end of June or Whatnots. Even with Tonka's runway celebration at the 8, and I can now reveal this because Ike has now revealed his job on his stories or Whatnots, but they both work at the same job or Whatnots. Like when Ike worked in Atlanta, he used to work at the exact same AIDS Health Foundation that Tonka used to work at or whatnot. So I'm thinking like, okay, they both at the same job or whatnot. They both performers. You got Oliver performing, but you got Ike there who's an R&B singer. Like, why didn't we get a little bit of singing from Ike, especially with the new single that dropped, Signs, honey. I love that. That's my favorite song from him. I'm just curious. Inquiring minds want to know. But if it's too personal, I understand if y'all don't want to reveal that. We also hear him talk about Bobby, I Love You Purr, about going to Florida for a month and a half, trying to find love, but it did not work out. Now, he left out all the other bullshit. He left out the 15 other contestants that Bobby was on his darn on bullshit. He was looking for darn on superficial big dick eye candy, and now he didn't necessarily get that with the... Okay, I'm going to be trifling. Now, darn on Bobby was going off a stereotype. He ended up choosing Island Boy, if y'all seen my reviews of Bobby, I Love You Purr. And you thought you was going to get a big dick Jamaican out of darn on Island Boy, but everybody except for Ike on Bobby I Love You Per has since dropped to OnlyFans. So we done now saw everybody's darn gone situation but Mr. 9.8. And come to find out that Mr. 9.8 would have been more of the bang for the buck than Mr. 7.5. And there's nothing wrong with a 7.5. 7.5 is good husband dick or whatnot, but honey, darn Bobby's darn ass wasn't looking for husband dick. He was looking for that darn Andre Marhold bang type dick, honey. He thought he was going to get the chocolate equivalent, and he didn't get that with darn Island Boy. By the time they made it to the reunion, honey, shit done hit the fan. If y'all didn't see all that, definitely check out my Bobby I Love You Per reviews. I go the extra mile. I even have the recordings of everybody on the after shows, on their IG lives and stuff, and I put everything in chronological order for y'all, and I give my commentary on all the tea in regards to that situation. Because honey, that was a whole clusterfuck within itself. That Bobby I Love You Per, honey, which is actually now coming back for a season 2. So I will be along for the ride to see who is going to be the latest contestants for season 2, because Bobby supposed to have a little hand in picking the contestants for season 2, child. I get my subscription back for season 2 of Bobby I Love You Per. But yeah, Ike came in 8th place, which I think is deplorable, because the people that was left, you had Grandy Glaze, who was in an openish relationship with somebody who still didn't even know whether he was straight or not, but you on a gay reality, you're on a gay dating show trying to get the love of Bobby attention, and you don't even know if you truly love guys. You got problematic darn Island Boy kissing the darn handler. You got curly hair boy, the Puerto Rican dude that was hooked up with Savage before they even made it to the damn house. And then he done went from that to a couple other people. Then you got the other long dread porn star one, the one that supposed to be battling cancer. Once again, that whole show was a whole goddamn mess, honey. If you ask me, honey, Ike dodged the bullet on that one, if you ask me, honey. But yeah, then we get over to Cam mentioned about initially feeling lonely when he first moved to Houston. So, well, I guess you ain't have to feel too lonely no more. You now got your Ace Boom Coon, which you got Ike there. And there's a couple other people. It's something about Houston where I noticed that a lot of people from Atlanta is moving to Houston, and a lot of people from Houston is moving to Atlanta. Like, are the cities that similar? Like, when I think of Houston, I don't get the same vibe as Atlanta, especially, as a trans woman, I damn sure ain't going to no Houston. I understand Houston might be trans friendly, but the state overall, oh no, hell no. We ain't dealing with those issues, child. Hell no. But for the Butch Queen gays, it might be, a good area. Y'all tell me. I obviously, for obvious reasons, I can't relate to that, but I don't know. I just noticed a lot of people moving to Houston, and maybe it is a good environment in that particular pocket or whatnot. Just like with Atlanta is liberal, and then you go outside, but it's just something about Texas that's a whole nother level of conservative. Like, we got Fayetteville, North Carolina, and then outside of Fayetteville is conservative. Atlanta, and then outside of Atlanta is conservative. Houston, I imagine, is the same way, but you got to magnify Texas times 10, honey. Everything big in Texas, including the darn messy ass, darn anti-LGBT politics, honey. But moving on off of that, Cam did ask Troy about Drew and everybody been drinking to save. Wait a minute. How the world did I wrote this note down? Cam asked about Drew. Oh! Cam was the one that opened up the door about the conversation about Drew. And this is where it got messy, because Troy brought up the situation about he wasn't originally going to be hosted or whatnot. And he brought it up on camera. Now, everybody been drinking at that point. and there was a few shots in. And Cameron was the one that opened up the door to the conversation. Now, I will give Troy that leeway because he wasn't even thinking about Seven, and Cam was the one that brought her up. And you drinking and whatnot, so you around your actual close, legitimate friends and whatnot, because you got your industry friends, and then you got some of them that are both, where it's like they are actually your friends in real life. And Troy, Ike, and Cam, they are actually, I can get the vibe that they're actually friends outside of the chasing arena or whatnot. So you having your girl talk with your darn going guys or whatnot, and you ain't stunting the cameras. That can happen, believe it or not. You, especially when you know the folks behind the cameras are people that you hang out with too, and they're recording from their phones and shit. It's not like you got a whole production team. Cause I know people's like, now how Troy don't know that he's darn going still on the mic and whatnot. It's very easy. You get to drinking, and your best friends is Jamar and Dario behind the camera. It's not like you got a whole camera crew of 20, 30 people surrounding you. It's not like you got the boom mic up above you or whatnot. It's like you got this little clip-on mic or whatnot. It's very easy to just get to talking and then forget that this shit is going to get picked up later on. So that's what happened. And he got to talking about how Seven felt that, you know, Troy's hosting wasn't really needed. Child, low key, it really wasn't, but that wasn't for her to darn mention that, especially as y'all supposed to be best friends and shit. You supposed to be her, his auntie and all this, and you a fellow host and shit. You supposed to be giving mentoring advice or whatnot. You supposed to leave it to the vloggers like me to say that darn Troy's hosting ain't the damn best. I can say Troy's hosting ain't the best because I'm the viewer. I'm watching this shit every week, and I'm just giving my honest opinion. Viewing the shit. Now, you as the friend who he can call up and whatnot, and y'all supposed to be darn ace boon coons, bitch, you supposed to darn say that shit in private and darn offer some mentoring advice. Girl, with darn folks like you, who the hell needs enemies, child? But I digress. Seven's feeling some type of way when she finds out, and she ends up quitting the show. And it's like, girl, of all the things, this was the straw that broke the camel's back. I understand we on hormones. And I say we, because we going through this shit together. I started 2 months before you did, girl. And I understand, and y'all seen firsthand how my hormones have me. I be going up and down. Like y'all be seeing me break down and shit. But at the same time, we still can curve how we operate and move or whatnot. So like I said, it ultimately enhances your natural temperament. And you was naturally, I'm just going to be frank, Seven. You was naturally a messy bitch before the hormones. When we knew you as Drew, you was a messy bitch. Seven is just an enhancement of a messier bitch. Because like I said, you could have darn told your good nephew that shit in private. I can't stand when y'all be on this camera or whatnot. Y'all act like all of a sudden y'all don't have each other phone numbers and shit. Y'all motherfuckers act like y'all don't know where each other live and all this bullshit. Well, we got 9 to 5s, but well, bitch, he ain't at that 9 to 5 all goddamn day. And unlike me, who works at a goddamn plant, whatnot, none of y'all motherfuckers work till well in the morning time. Y'all truly work first shift type jobs from what we see. Based off of the way that y'all be filming these scenes and shit, don't none of y'all work no production second shift type job that has y'all working into the morning time. So with that being said, you could have easily called him up in the heat of the night, honey. In the heat of the night. And darn gonna had a heart to heart. But instead, y'all let this situation pass. Now, I'm going to play devil's advocate. Seven said they have had conversations, as she showed text message proof that they done had conversations that done passed, of course, weeks and weeks and weeks. And now all of a sudden, now you done revealed this shit. It's like now on the flip side now, Troy, if you had an issue with what was being said, now why you sat on the issue? Now that makes it seem like now you done held on to the shit to use as ammunition until Mad Day. Because from her perspective, she's like, well, damn. If it really was a problem, why in the hell we already had multiple conversations? It's done been weeks. And now you done sprung this out amongst your friends on the camera. But once again, there's another flip side to it. He didn't necessarily initiate the conversation. He was darn gone drinking. And we can darn gonna say he was inebriated to the point where he didn't have the mental fortitude to think, okay, let me go ahead and pivot and change this conversation off of here. Let me say something like no comment or something like that. He didn't have the darn gone mental capacity at that moment because he was already leaned back, darn gone several shots in. So it's an unfortunate situation all the way around. I don't think it was enough for you to go ahead and quit the show. They said that you ain't filmed no more scenes afterwards, and it's a damn shame. Although you ain't going to be missed or whatnot, because you ain't really had nothing going on. Like, we're now 9 episodes in, and out of 9 episodes, oh, what is this on my face? But anyways, we 9 episodes in, and what can we really say that 7 got going on other than the transitioning? And even then, we ain't really seeing much of that. We ain't seeing you going to like the doctor's office, and we ain't seeing you go to the plastic surgery. Hell, we done seen more from Tony than we seen from you, and that bitch done been transitioned for 20 some years. And we didn't see her getting her nose done. We done seen Oliver darn gonna get her darn gonna BB. Honey, that bitch stayed in a goddamn onesie. Honey, that bitch done got a BBL. She showcasing the front and the goddamn back. I was like, goddamn, did this bitch also get some darn going PRP in the ping ping? Cause honey, she's showing off the front and she's showing off the back, child. Darn going, even Troy we done seen darn gonna contemplate getting some fillers in the face. We ain't seen you take us to not one doctor's appointment. You keep talking about these hormones and you going through all these motions and stuff. But we ain't seen you go to not one goddamn doctor's appointment. We seen you go to that group darn on therapy session, and that was it. We ain't seen not one darn on surgery. I mean, one consultation of you going to get your breasts to see what type of breast you're going to get, whether you're going to go with silicone or you're going to go with the water implants or whatnot. We ain't see whether you are going to go all the way, you're going to do the full reassignment, or you're going to be like T.S. Madison, titties at the top, dick at the bottom, honey. Hell, you already a drag queen, so you know how to tuck anyway, so ain't nobody going to see the shit. Like, we ain't heard none of that from you. That could have been your storyline, taking us through the steps of like the early steps of transitioning. Because when we got introduced to the Kendras and all the other folks, they was already well into their transition when they came onto the screen. So they're giving us this, they talking about the experiences of being, of the community for many years. You've had the darn gone advantage to give us a fresh new perspective of what it's like to do this early on and give us the ups and downs. Take us to, go bra shopping. Now that you got titties or whatnot, tell us about the difficulties and the awkwardness of going in the kids section and getting you a little training bra, because you can't necessarily go in the adult section just yet because your darn gone breast is like a 32A cup. Like, you could have darn gone gave us so much with your darn gone early transitioning, but instead you was focusing on everybody's mess. You now known for darn gone still being with some shit or whatnot instead of darn gone giving us something authentic to you. And it's sad and pitiful. But that's how we pretty much end out, honey. We end out with darn gone, she ends up walking out. Then we get, what else do we have? Oh, Oliver. Now we got to go into darn gone business advice with Oliver. I don't know what it is with the girls not darn gone being on top of their finances. The girls in Atlanta so busy focusing on fashions and industry cliques and getting to know this person and that person and getting put on that y'all forget the basics of darn gone making sure Uncle Sam is paid. Do not darn gone have Uncle Sam darn gone waiting on y'all, honey. So I'm trying to figure out how in the hell Oliver is in the same boat of not knowing some of the basics of darn going business terminology. First, we had darn on King Kane didn't even know what an LLC really stood for. He didn't know what a darn going a net 30 and a net 60 even meant as far as business accounts and stuff is concerned. Now we got over here Oliver being clueless about, you know, his taxes. Like, he didn't even know that you're supposed to set aside 15% alone for darn on self-employment taxes. Now, my thing is this. Now, Oliver revealed that he made over 6 figures this past year. And if that's actually true, because there's a little bit of discrepancy. Now on your live stream, you said you done made closer to 75K. And now you're talking about you done made over 100K. Now, let me tell you why that's a difference. Because 75 and 100K is still essentially the same tax bracket. But once you get to like 100K, you actually don't need to, you need to look into forming an S Corp if you want to look into saving money. With all that Oliver got going on with doing like media entertainment and stuff, he can actually, if he formulate everything right, he can actually formulate that under an S Corp, and you'll end up saving far more money in taxes than you would with a regular LLC. Now, I would suggest you go ahead and, you know, talk to your accountant in regards to that, because I'm tired of giving y'all motherfuckers free advice and shit. Now, I done gave King Kane some free advice on this shit, and he didn't even give me not one damn sex toy. Now, Oliver, with all that shit that you got going on, you friends with Madison, you friends with Heavenly, you over there friends with Dr. Contessa. Contessa got a med spa. I'm moving to Atlanta soon. You can hook me up with a job opportunity over there at Dr. Contessa's spa. Like you hook Willa up over there at Dr. Heavenly's darn hair salon. I'm tired of giving y'all goddamn free advice and DivaWuan don't get nothing in return. So I'm going to hold some of my precious business information. But I will give you this, Oliver. Definitely propose the suggestion to your accountant about whether it be more beneficial for you to set up under S Corp or a LLC. But based off of what you just generally told us, it seemed like you would do more better under S Corp, especially since you deal with a lot of media entertainment. You do a lot of editing for different folks. I can definitely see a S Corp being more financially beneficial for you. Then we get over to Troy's true friend, honey. Now, once again, I ain't being shady when I said that even Dominique said that's his true friend. DivaWuan reveals he's moving back to Florida and he's focusing on going back to culinary school. One of my first passions, for y'all that don't know, that don't watch me, but for my chasing reviews, back when I was in high school, I actually was a huge fan of culinary arts. I took it in my 9th grade and all of my 11th grade year, to the point where I was thinking about going to Johnson & Wales Culinary Arts School or whatnot. I was getting certified and all that. I worked at the concessions. I did most of the football games. I did the banquets. I think one of our most prestigious events was we even did one for the mayor at the time in our city. So, and then we did a couple of banquets for the principal and everything. So I know how to do all the fancy sort of placements, like even how to place the silverware and all that. Ooh, those were the days, y'all. So, culinary is very... But the thing is with culinary, though, it's like, I ain't want to be in nobody else's kitchen and darn gonna literally slaving over the stove and everything. And especially in lieu of me getting Crohn's disease and it's so many dietary restrictions and stuff. And then I can't work with certain foods. Like, I can't even be around cherries and stuff. So, desserts, dealing with cherries, that would have been a no-go for me. So yeah, that ended that little thing. And I was really focused on veterinary medicine at the time. How much I love culinary, I was very much a science nerd. To the point where I was taking AP classes and I was setting myself up to go to veterinarian school during that time. But shout out to DivaWuan. Hopefully it works out for him or whatnot. And, you know, we might try out some darn on stuff, depending on where he's at. If he's in the North Carolina area, we'll try out some darn on food and whatnot and give some opinions. What else do we have? Oh, I'm jumping all over the place. Dominique was in the bathroom the whole time that Troy and Seven was having the conversation. Honey, darn going, Dominique was trying to get him a little something. Now, I want to know now, who was Dominique on the phone with? Now, you just went on a date with old light-skinned cutie. Now, was that him on the phone that had you distracted where you wasn't there for your best friend during his time of need when he was going up against Seven? I don't know. And then Dominique feels a way that Tonka didn't invite him to the House in Virginia awareness event. And I can see that because I was like, even I mentioned it early on in my review. I was like, this is interesting that, you know, Dominique just had a spread, like a magazine spread for, you know, House in Virginia awareness. But then Tonka, who works in a prestigious title at the AIDS Health Foundation, wouldn't invite somebody like Dominique to the event, yet they never had no issues with each other. I was like, I hope Tonka don't get caught up in the bullshit of trying to side with cliques and shit, especially with somebody that ain't never done nothing to you or whatnot. So we'll see how that goes. But that is it, y'all. Y'all know what to do. Feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe, but stay tuned because we're now about to go into episode 10 review right now. Ho, ho, ho. Back to talk about these hoes. I'm just joking. Merry Christmas, y'all. Happy holidays. Because it's actually Christmas Day that I'm actually filming this. It's rare for me to be off during a weekday, and I have 2 weekdays off. I don't know what to do with myself, y'all, because y'all know for the past couple months I've been working like 5-6 day work schedules or whatnot. So it's like, be off at the beginning of the week. Child, this is unprecedented. I think the last time I've been off through the weekday was like Memorial Day. And I get paid for it this time around. I get paid for Christmas Eve on this upcoming check, and I get paid for Christmas on the next check, honey. So, honey, the checks is looking good. I got the trade line posted. Well, my trade line about to be posted in a couple days. We're about to finalize the deal on the car. So everything's going good with DivaWuan to the point where I just been doing me and I've been slacking on the reviews. So I apologize, y'all. That's why I've been combining the episodes together because it's easier for me with all that I got going on with trying to repair my credit, getting a new vehicle, getting ready to travel. Now, I did not know that Chasing was down to his last few episodes, which means the reunion should be getting ready to film. Now, if they film in January, close to my birthday month, and I should have my car by then, because y'all know I'm in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Now, y'all tell me if y'all about to film anywhere close to January 12th, because, honey, I don't got no points or whatnot, so I can go ahead and afford to take a day off, honey. I'm telling y'all, if they are filming anywhere close near my birthday, that will be my birthday treat, is I will actually drive out to Atlanta. I'm supposed to be there right about now anyways for my schooling, but unfortunately the class was canceled. So since I was already prepared to be going to Atlanta around this time anyways, honey, I definitely go out for the reunion, honey. So anybody who knows when the reunion's about to tape or whatnot, if y'all have an audience, honey, DivaWuan definitely wants to be a part of the audience. I'll sign a non-disclosure. I know I'm a vlogger and all, but honey, I ain't TTB. Y'all ain't got to worry about me darn gonna spilling no tea, baby. But anyways, let's get on into the review. So we start off with Oliver on the Hollywood carpet, celebrating season 3 of Brat Loves Judy. Honey, Oliver is just the embodiment of her darn on protege, T.S. Madison. Lord, like I was saying, Oliver is the embodiment of her protege, T.S. Madison. Honey, she's on all the shows. She's on Brat Loves Judy. She's on the Circle Chat, the Chasing. She got her own spin-off show. She darn gone was on Hulu with America's Next Top Model, doing the interviews with America's Next Top Model. Then she got the YouTube channel. She works with Dr. Heavenly and several other darn gone different people. I mean, honey, Oliver is just inspiration, honey. So it's nice to see Oliver reviewing. Well, I actually never seen the season 3. I need to go see it. And I got an all black subscription, and I ain't even watched one show on it yet. So I need to go ahead and see if I can go ahead and watch that season 3 or whatnot, because I can't get WeTV or whatnot. So y'all know I've cut the cord a long time ago as far as cable is concerned. But nice to see Oliver interviewing all the B and C list celebrities. Then we get over to King Kane showing off the sex toys and whatnot. And you know what, at this point, I'm just going to give up asking for PR. I done dropped my darn email. I done told you, King Kane, you could have had my personal address. I done gave you free business advice that people normally pay upwards of $1,000 from your girl for whatnots. And you still ain't darn dropped in my messages yet. A damn shame. But that's alright. You can go ahead and give me that website. I purchase. I don't mind purchasing and supporting my fellow darn people. As y'all seen earlier from my live stream, I love supporting my folks any way that I can, honey. I purchase the singles. I purchase your clothes. I purchase your socks. Well, I guess that falls under clothes. I purchase, what else? Seasoning products, you know, Oliver's Twix Fix seasoning. Honey, I don't mind supporting the darn girl. So, when it comes to the toys, honey, go ahead and just send me the site, boo, because it looks like you ain't going to send me no PR at this point. So then we get on over to Wayne is back from North Carolina checking out. Oh, okay. I ain't know you from darn North Kakalaki. What part of North Kakalaki you from, Rain the Pain? So he come back from checking on the mama. The mama unfortunately ain't been doing too good, so we're gonna keep her up in prayer and hope she makes a speedy recovery. He's meeting up with Jay Moore. Then we go over to Wayne. Says the Rico. No, Rain says that Rico revealed that Kendra punched Wayne or whatnot. That wasn't something that was revealed on the live stream. That was something that Rico ran and tell. Now, Rico, you know you my good sis and all, but I can low key believe that's how that happened. I believe that's how it happened. You went and told one person in confidence, and that person done went and told another person. Next thing you know, it just spread it all to the whole goddamn group, child. I believe it. Now, speaking of Rico, honey, we blaming you for that shit of darn going snitching on Wayne. I blame me. I blame myself. I blame myself. Go ahead and blame yourself, Rico. It's very befitting that your song is now out. So y'all go stream I Blame Me by Rico Cassadine. It is now out as of December 20th. 4 days, and it's already got 4,000 darn views or whatnots as far as the streams on YouTube, honey. So go ahead, I'll leave the link down below. Go ahead and run the numbers up for darn Rico Cassadine, honey. Then we get over to Tonka walking gender non-conforming for the first time. Y'all know Tonka generally walks avant-garde or whatnot. Even with this outfit, it was given very much avant-garde, but she was given a gender bend to it with this go round. You know, if I was to do ballroom, I think I'd do a little bit of gender non-conforming, because y'all know I'm so androgynistic or whatnot. My voice, my features are very chiseled or whatnot, and y'all know the fashion ideas that I can come up with will be on some gender bending stuff. Like I would do some leather, but it would have some glittery spikes or whatnot. My makeup would be soft but glass-like. I would do like Fenty the Gold Bomb on my cheekbones and highlight. Like I would be looking like, pretty much think of the embodiment of Beyonce the Diva video. I have like the spike outfit. I have like my body all glittering, glossy, and gold or whatnots, but my face is minimal makeup, except with the pop of gold or whatnots. Honey, I will be giving like the brown skin version of Grace Jones, honey. Shit, everybody else doing the hell. You got Oliver talking about darn gone walking ballroom. You got darn gone Berlin talking about she did it over many moons ago. You got Tony. You got Tonka. You have Rico. You got Jay Moore did the drag scene and shit. You got Seven, bitch. You might as well bring DivaWuan into the mix too, honey. So, yeah, shout out to darn gone Tonka for embracing a new category and, you know, strutting her stuff on the one. Now, we already know Miss Tonka was going to go on here and turn the looks or whatnot. So even if she was about to darn gonna be out of breath in that outfit of hers, honey, they did have her stuff like a goddamn bell pepper, honey. I was like, goddamn, Tonka, you over there giving us Red Rouge goddess, honey. But you was looking good, though. So shout out to Miss Tonka. Then we get over to Tony. She was giving darn on video phone. Say that you want me. Press record, baby, film me on your video phone. Can you handle this on your video phone? Honey, I can be your phone star. Oh, that's darn on Lady Gaga's part, honey. I love video phone. Video phone and telephone is my darn. I wish Lady Gaga and Beyonce do another collab. I want them to do like an R&B collab if they ever do another collab, though. But yeah, that was Tony. What else did we have for this episode? Oh. Y'all know the porn connoisseur, honey. The DivaWuan that always looking for a hot piece of darn on Trey Madanza, honey. I was looking at old boy. I was like, okay, well, he looks all right. Not the type I would necessarily go for, but honey, he was nice to look at, honey. And then he just rolled up quite bold up the Willow, honey. Didn't give a fuck and whatnot. So I was like, honey, I wouldn't blame you, Willow, for trying that one out, honey. He ain't too secretive. He ain't mind darn gonna rolling up to you in public. See, you was dealing with all them darn gonna, like the dark skinned nigga want to darn gonna hit you up in private and darn gonna talk the talk but don't want to walk the walk. Honey, he came and walked the walk right on up in the midst of the public, honey. That one is worth darn gonna at least trying out, honey. If you ask me, honey. I like my kisses down low. Make me arch my back. Give it to me. Honey, But anyways, moving on. J-Twan, girl, they saying you darn gone is a party pooper, honey. You wait until the camera start rolling and then everybody's at these group scenes and start addressing people on one-on-one about your insecurities, about people having issues with you, but they didn't have no direct dealings with you or whatnot. It's like, Willa have never had no direct dealings with you, yet she seems to have an issue with you. This person seems to have an issue with you. This person seems to have an issue with you. Oliver keeps darn on paying you dust because she's haute couture above the bullshit. She's on her elevation, honey. So she walking out every time she get a chance, honey. So then I seen some stuff. Now y'all know I had some free time on my hands this weekend, honey. I done snuck across Trace Raw's page, honey. Y'all know I typically don't go over on her page to nothing personal. It's just, y'all know with me working damn near 50 hours a week, I barely go on anybody's page anymore at this point. But I stumbled over there and seen the interview or whatnot, and seen what J-Twan had to say. Then I seen a little bit of what Oliver had to say. I done even seen the after show with Willem. So apparently there was a phone conversation, and J-Twan, I'm still confused on who now, because Oliver was saying shit, he played the entire recording. So I thought, but the way Willa explained it, I thought Willa was the one saying that J-Twan was the one sneaking and recording the folks. Now I'm still confused on who was recording who. But there's a recording of Oliver that supposed to incriminate Oliver or whatnot. It is what it is. But still, J-Twan, it doesn't minimize the fact that you always wait till the camera start rolling. Roll that beautiful beam footage to darn gonna call yourself trying to check the girls, honey. instead of just generally just picking up the phone and having authentic conversations. And then it gets to the point where you have beef with Dario, and Dario's trying to sue you, and Dario owes you money. Now, I ain't even think y'all motherfuckers get paid for this shit, if you ask me. So I'm trying to figure out, like, what type of money is we talking about? $500-$600? I mean, we done heard about the finances with Dario. Like, Dario comes out of pocket about $15,000 to record this. So it's not like y'all making darn on life-changing money. So even if he got y'all on payroll, how much money does he really owe you in the grand scheme of things amongst 12, 13 cast members? I mean, what, $200-$300? Take it to small claims, baby. Take it to small claims. I don't even think that's enough to even get the attention of Judge Mathis. Y'all talking about going on TV shows and shit. It's like, but see, then again, these new age ratchet ass shows, you got Jerry Springer with a darn on judge show and all this shit. They might go on one of them off the wall bootlegged judge shows. I remember when the judge shows used to be authentic presenting. Like, you used to have Judge Mathis, Judge Maybelline, and Judge Hatchet and all of them folks and whatnot. Now it's just become so watered down and gimmicky and shit. Ugh. But anyways, hopefully they work it out, honey. Work it out! Work it out! Da, 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 da. Also, speaking of working out, god damn it. Rico and J-Twan went at it on it. Now, I seen that entire thing went down. And I have utmost admiration and respect for both of them. So I didn't even want to record. So I'm not going to be the person to put the footage up in here. But I did see it. They both Scorpios. And hopefully, true to Scorpio nature, they go ahead and make up next week or whatnot. Hell, if he was able to make up with darn Nicole Ray Hell, that is. I'm sure he's able to make up with darn J-Twan. Because the issue with J-Twan wasn't nowhere near as deep as the Nicole situation. He's back cool with Nicole. I'm sure darn he can get back cool with darn J-Twan. Mark my words, give it 2 weeks, y'all. They be back cool. So I ain't even going to stress over that. Next thing we know, we got all the castmates at the darn ranch. Honey, darn Candace stay with a darn promo on these web series, honey. I know her as Sweet Additions TV. Sweet Additions TV. Mm-hmm. Honey, I was a huge fan when she was down here on the YouTube, honey. It was her. She started out in the same arena as For It's Rocks, who is now known as just simply It's Rocks. It was Sweet Additions TV and Ashley Miller. Bonnie Blue. All of them was in the same area. They do the same type of reviews and stuff. But she and I got this ranch where we just seen the mayhem on Elite Battle ATL, which caused Melly B to withdraw from the competition and shit. So now we over here and you got Rico falling off the horses. I swear that the darn people need to have like an insurance. I swear, y'all need some sort of commercial insurance or shit for darn Cloverland Ranch. Now this is the second damn incident darn Candace where somebody done had an incident at the damn ranch. First you had darn Nunu. Nunu done nearly lost his life at the ranch behind the go-kart incident. He done flipped up like darn and matter of fact, it's something about you having a butch queens flipped up like an OnlyFans bottom. You had Nunu ass flipped up like an OnlyFans bottom down to the darn ranch with the darn RV on top of him. And then Rico said the horse did the lean with a rock, Richard. Honey, that's not how we like our horses to lean, honey. We like a good curve, honey. We like a good old stallion with a curve, but honey, that's not what we mean when we like a stallion with a curve, honey. Rico said he was bouncing. Ride it like a rodeo. Ride it like a rodeo. I'm gonna ride till I can't ride no more. Gonna ride till I can't no more. Okay, let me stop. my pony, jump on. The child, Rico was on that horse, and he said the saddle just there gonna lean with it, and he ain't have no choice but to lean with it too, honey. Next thing he know, him and the horse was on the ground, honey. The horse said, fuck this shit, I'm gonna lay it on out with you too, honey. I can't even shake you off. Shake it off. Ooh, ooh. Honey, you know, Rico and the horse down. Man down. Honey, man and mane down, honey. The darn horse down with you, baby. It's going down. Okay, let me stop. I swear, so many goddamn musical darn references. I can darn point to that shit. But I'm glad that darn Rico's okay, though. Because, honey, horses ain't no joke. Honey, that horse is very much probably like 800 pounds. So if that horse really would have landed on Rico, that really caused some serious damage. So it's a good thing. The worst thing that happened was Rico was legs up in the air, and there ain't nothing new to her. So that even didn't mess her legs up or whatnot. She used to the legs being up in the air, child. So we glad to see our good boo is okay, child. Things, what happened? Oh, location. They are in Fayetteville, Georgia, honey. Not to be confused with Fayetteville, North Carolina. I seen Fayetteville come across the screen. I was like, oh shit, they in my neck of the woods, honey. What them bring them down to the 2-6? But no, y'all. They, I want to say Fayetteville, Georgia is like 40 miles out from Atlanta. Versus Fayetteville, North Carolina, we're like 330 miles from Atlanta. So I'm 330 miles from them. Fayetteville, Georgia is like 40 miles from them. That's the same area that Gaucher has her breakfast bar or whatnot. Which, I'm trying to still justify how the hell I'm going to travel an additional 40 minutes from Atlanta once I get to there just to try out Gaucher's breakfast bar in Fayetteville, Georgia. And shout out to Gaucher. She's back on TV come this February. Along with Basketball Wives, Malaysia, and several other stars and whatnot. They got their own show coming out on WeTV, honey. Black Girl Magic, bringing in Black History Month. But back to our regular scheduled programming, honey. We didn't get over to, oh, I noticed all the girls decided to darn go sit this out, honey. Even not Rico. Even Tonka's gender non-conforming behind said, boo, the horse is not for me, child. That's not the horse I'm darn gonna deal with. Tonka said it out. Seven wasn't there. Willa, Kendra, Tony. None of the females were there. It was all men. The only guy that was missing was Wayne the Pain. Wayne the Pain was the only guy out of all of them that was missing. Wait a minute. Did King Kane show up? I'm trying to think, was King Kane there? I don't think King Kane was there either. So we had King Kane and Wayne missing. Child, there's so many darn cast members to keep up with this. Best dress was darn Dominique, honey. Dominique was giving Puss in Boots, honey. I'm surprised when the cat darn rolled up. It didn't roll up the darn Dominique, because I swear Dominique with that hat and his tiny stature and the tattoos, it was giving me darn Puss in Boots, baby. Honey, it was giving me darn that darn Puss in Boots character. But darn here we go with darn J-Twan going off. Now you know it's sad when the damn straight animals trying to get you together. The darn cat just casually walked up, paid everybody, didn't meow enough, didn't do none of that shit. It didn't even look nowhere, just laser focus on darn J-Twan. And darn just went right to J-Twan. Now mind you, the cat didn't jump up. It didn't play around. Now once again, I'm a cat mom. I had darn 6 cats or whatnot, so I had to give up just a couple months ago. So I know how cats' body language is and what the cat was trying to convey, honey. So with that being said, that cat rolled up to J-Twan and noticed that cat was still looking. Honey, the cat wanted to darn say, bitch, come on with me with this bullshit. That's what the cat was saying. Notice how the cat darn didn't jump up or whatnot. When the cat ropes to play around, it would lay on his back or whatnot. And The cat didn't do none of that shit. The cat darn kept it moving, went to J-Twan, lifted that tail up, and was trying to usher darn J-Twan in the direction of the opposite way. Now, you know it's sad and pitiful when the cat is trying to give you damn clues. And you didn't even pay the cat no damn mind. You still went to try to arguing with darn Oliver or whatnot. Now, side note, Oliver, we love this darn body of yours, whatnot. We know you blessed in the front and the back, but goddamn it, it's getting harder and harder to not look at the obvious now. Now, y'all know I try to keep it cute with my darn commentary with some of y'all with these amazing bodies, because y'all know we know so many people in Atlanta. So I try not to break that ethical barrier or whatnot, because there's a thin line between complimentary and stepping too far or whatnot. So I try to be tasteful when I darn gonna talk about these folks, because it's like I don't want to inadvertently irritate somebody that I might be interested in or whatnot, that might be a mutual or whatnot, because y'all know how Atlanta is with the industry and shit. Everybody knows each other by a degree of separation. But goddamn it, Oliver, it's like this is the most onesie season that I've ever seen you in. Like, you used to break it up in the past. You used to give us at least a leather outfit, some jeans, some blue jeans or skinny jeans or something. Like, we just gonna get this onesie every episode. Now, this time, you didn't even put no underwear on and whatnot. I was like, this mug literally got the dick print and the ball print on display. Like, we ain't even gonna be subtle with the shit. We ain't even gonna hide it. Oliver, really, girl? Like, I'm trying to figure out, like, now, how's we having a serious conversation with darn Oliver or whatnot, and you just got your whole fat cat on goddamn display. Like, it's a damn shame where I can take an accurate guess of what your dick size is based off of the way it's just sitting. I was like, now, Oliver, this is too much, boo. I can't even darn leave nothing to the imagination at this point, because you done showcase this cat of yours every goddamn episode. Like I said, between goddamn Dominique looking like Puss in Boots, and you literally got your cat on display every episode, I'm surprised the cat paid y'all dust, child. And went straight to darn J-Twan. That goes to show how much J-Twan was darn cutting up. Darn the cat didn't stud darn Dominique good looks or the darn or Oliver. It went straight to darn diffuse the bullshit. But girl, can we darn change it up with the outfits, honey? I need not to see no more of your dick in any other subsequent episodes, child. Damn, no wonder darn Oliver done slept with half the cast. Hell, you done put all the display out for the damn yard, child. You even tracking people hundreds of miles away, child. But that is it, y'all. Let me see if I have anything else in my notes. Now, I will say this. Now, J-Twan had a little bit of a point. Like, y'all keep labeling him aggressive and shit, and y'all putting 20 on 10 with the aggressiveness. Because it's like, now, how can you call somebody aggressive that ain't never physically gotten in an altercation on the show? But this is coming from people who have been into multiple fights. We've seen Rico on the web series, multiple fights. We done seen Dominique engage in multiple fights. Troy done engaged in multiple fights. I will give J-Twan that. But at the same time, J-Twan, like I said, everybody in Atlanta knows each other by a degree of separation. It ain't even no degrees in this situation. All of y'all are part of this darn chase and franchise. Y'all all got each other numbers. Y'all all have access to each other numbers if you don't got the current number. So I don't know why every season we act like we just don't know how to pick up the phone. Just slide in the DMs. Y'all follow each other on social media, so it's not going to the message request. It's going straight to the messages. Now, I ain't saying roll up to nobody's job or whatnot. Now, that'll get you fucked up. Don't be rolling up to nobody's job. But hell, you can roll up to somebody's house and be like, hey, I got some wine. Let's have a little girl talk, and they're going to talk about what these differences that we have and whatnot. It seems like you ain't done none of those attempts, J-Twan. It seems like you intentionally rate until everybody's together in a group scene, and you continuously darn gonna bring the bullshit. And that's why everybody's over it. That's why Jay Moore is not even going to risk it at any of his events, because honey, he is partnering with major brands like Shein or whatnot. He's trying to change the racist trajectory of darn on Shein, and he can't afford to have that darn on breaking up behind you want to engage in petty social media bullshit. You got people with legitimate jobs and career opportunities out here on this platform. Like I said, Jay Moore is with Shein. Oliver is with, you know, the likes of Married to Medicine crew and T.S. Madison and the comedian, the heavyset girl, Miss Pat, and all these. Like, Oliver is with legitimate A, B-list celebrities. They ain't got time to be darn going, you trying to cause some animosity on some of these red carpet events. That shit okay once you at, like, you know, private house gatherings and stuff. But ain't nobody got time for that at prestigious events or whatnot. So I can't blame them for darn going not inviting you and paying you dust at times and whatnot. It is what it is. And I love and respect you and whatnot. Like, I follow you. This ain't nothing personal or whatnot. I'm just giving my honest commentary on it. But that is it, y'all. Y'all know what to do. Feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see y'all soon with more videos. Mwah.